Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. And in today's video we're gonna be creating another palette bingo eyeshadow look. I haven't filmed a video like this in forever. I don't even remember last time I've made a video like that. But because I kind of didn't want it to film the same thing over and over again, I filmed my Odin's Eye palette bingo like at least 3 times, I think. Colourpop also maybe like 3 times. So, and I don't have a large collection of one brand. Like I have a lot of Colourpop, I have a lot of Odin's Eye, but that's about it. And I have like maybe 2, 3 palettes from other brands, and or a lot of brands. I only have like 1 palette so far. So I didn't really felt like filming the same thing over and over again. I mean, I always get different shades because I use random number generator to pick 1 or 2 shades from each palette, but still I just, and I had no time recently, but today I just really wanted to. And in case you're new here, hi, my name's Sasha. Love indie makeup, love colorful makeup, love eyeshadows. That's kind of the bread and butter of this channel. If you like similar things, I would be very happy for you to subscribe in case you haven't subscribed yet. I'm kind of trying to hit 1K by the end of the year. I don't know if it's possible, but it would make me very happy. So, and it would really help this channel to just kind of, I would really like to get a better filming setup. So it would be highly appreciated if you would subscribe, but obviously no pressure. If this is not your cup of tea, completely okay. I'm just happy that you're here today. So I decided to pick all of my Cosmic Beauty palettes. I have 5. I used to have 6 because I used to have the Gothic palette, but I gave it to a friend, and I probably already have the Winter palette, the This the Season, is it how it's called? I probably already have that at home because I've received multiple packages that I've ordered in the span of this week. But I'm gonna be home tomorrow, and I don't film my palette bingos until after I've already made a review of the palettes and multiple other looks, because I just, in the palette bingo, I already want to use palettes that I know quite a bit. So, but maybe we can do another palette bingo with this brand in a couple weeks or months, and I can include the Christmas palette as well in that video. But today I kind of organized them by the release date, and I also picked the shades in this order. So we're starting with the Delicious Delights. Then we have the Muse palette, which is a perfect autumn palette. Then we have the perfect winter palette, which is the Winter Wonderland. Then a perfect like spring palette, and that's the Undergrowth. And a perfect Halloween, and that's the Sinister. So we're gonna be playing with those. I've already used the random number generator to pick 1 shade from each palette, and I think we will be able to do a full look. I don't think I'm gonna have to dip into anything else. And I'm quite surprised with the color story that we've got, because it's actually kind of, I don't think I've ever used a color story similar to what I've got out of the generator, so I'm very excited about this. Anyways, let's get into it. We're gonna start. I've already primed my lid with the Beauty Bay eyeshadow primer, and we're gonna start with the Muse palette. No, not with the Muse palette, with the Undergrowth palette, because the shade that it picked is the shade Roots. This neutral, slightly khaki brown. So I'm just gonna use my Sigma Diffused Blend E24 blending brush. It's just like a very basic, fluffy, but not round brush. I do like these more like squared or like rectangle ones. I just feel like it's easier to, because I don't like a full a round shape. I like when it has a bit of lifting, so at least most of the times. And with this you can really nicely do that, but you can also do round if that's what you're into. So I just find this shape easier to use for me. So this is the Undergrowth palette, and we're gonna create a crease with this. And I have no clue what we're gonna get out of this look, honestly, because yeah, it's kind of, you'll see, it's a strange color story. But yeah, this is gonna be our main deep shade. This is the deepest shade that it picked for me from the matte selection. So yeah, we're just gonna use it in the outer corner, in the crease, and then we're gonna blend it with other shades. And this one is actually a nice shade. I feel like it works for me. Sometimes brown look too dirty on me, and or just kind of, I don't know, I don't really like how browns look on me. But I feel like this one, because it has that like greenish yellowy tone to it, I feel like it works with my skin tone. I do love to use it with like yellows and greens, obviously, but I don't think I've done, maybe I did like one neutral look, because I'm really not into neutrals. If that's your vibe, it's really not mine. I never wear neutral, like all neutral look. I sometimes do like a brown with like green or yellow or orange or stuff like that. That is okay. But, or like with pink as well. But not on its own. I just don't really wear browns on their own. But yeah, this is how the crease looks like. Now, so that's for the Undergrowth palette. Then I'm gonna take another fluffy, and this time it's gonna be a lot fluffier brush, and it's the Cinch Beauty EO3. This one is like a more rounded shape, but it's not rounded from all sides. It's like flat from one and then kind of round from the other. And this one is very soft, very fluffy brush. And we're gonna go into the newest palette, which is the Sinister palette. In case you haven't seen me opening this, or anyone, and you don't want to have your fun spoiled, maybe close your eyes for a little bit so that you don't see the color story. But the generator picked the shade Bone, which is kind of like a soft pinky white. And we're just gonna use that under the brows a little bit. Does it make complete sense? No, but you know, what are you gonna do about that? So we're gonna use it over here. Maybe I'm gonna go over that with the brown again to just kind of like blend them better. And I'm also using it in the beginning part of the crease, just kind of, you know, having something lighter there. And like if you mix these two shades, like the warm brown and this, on me, on my skin tone, which is like slightly olivey, neutral leaning into like warm olive, you will get kind of like gray. So I'm trying to be like mindful of that, but also I think a little bit of the grayness won't hurt me, because I know what what other shades I'm gonna be using. So yeah, and I have no clue how this look will turn out, because as I said, like I've never created a look like that, and I have no clue how these shades will work together. I'm just kind of, I'm gonna be as surprised as you are. Or maybe you already know where this is going. Like, I'm not the best at color theory. I always have like a kind of like an instinct with it, but I've never actually fully learned that, even though I've studied art for a really long time, but just like in elementary school and stuff. So yeah, nothing crazy. Then we're gonna go in to the, I'm gonna do the lower lash line off camera. Then we're gonna go into the shimmers. So from the Muse palette, it picked the shade Patina, but I have no clue how you actually are supposed to pronounce it. I have had this palette since like pretty much a year ago, because I don't know if I've received it before Christmas or in between Christmas and New Year's. I'm using the NYX Glitter Primer, but I'm pretty sure that I was releasing the videos kind of in between Christmas and New Year's. So I think I've received the palette before Christmas. So yeah, I think I've had this and Winter Wonderland for a year now. I've actually used them quite a bit. I've used the Winter Wonderland more than this one, I think. But also I'm not 100% sure. So I'm gonna take my favorite shimmer brush that I've been using for forever, and I've actually bought a dupe of this, or like not dupe, a second brush in the same style, because I really love this and I want to have one here and one at home, and I don't want to carry it all the time because obviously that can ruin the brush. So it's the Zoeva 232 Luxe Classic Shader. I think it's supposed to be like a matte eyeshadow brush, but it's so nice for packing. I've seen people use this as a setting brush for like setting powder, but I just love it. It picks every type of shimmer really nicely, whether it's more like dusty or it's more jelly. I feel like it really picks it nicely, and it doesn't have too much of fallout, because I feel like if I have synthetic brushes, like those very, very synthetic feeling ones, those kind of, they pick nicely some jelly shades, like some of these wet shades, but they can't be too jelly. And if the shades are more like dusty or just kind of drier, it doesn't really work. It doesn't want to attach, and you're gonna have so much fallout. So I feel like this one is amazing. And I kind of forgot what I wanted to do. Yeah, I was thinking about a yellow eye, but I don't think I want to do that. So yeah, we're just gonna apply this green in the second half of the lid, and this one is beautiful deep green. I think that the new Christmas palette has similar shade to this, and I definitely want to see them together, or like next to each other, to just kind of see if there's differences, because I feel like is supposed to be different, but I also don't really remember how it looks like. I don't know, maybe the palette doesn't even have a green, like a deep green shimmer, but something tells me that it does. I feel like I've seen that shade there. And I just really want to compare them. Now for the Winter Wonderland, it picked the shade, where are you? Oh yeah, here. Shade Comfort. It's kind of like a periwinkle lavender. It's a very nice shade. I think this one was one of those kind of drier ones and not so sparkly, but also I could be wrong. I think there was one shade in this palette, like from the shimmers, that wasn't the best, and there was one matte as well, and I think it's the shade Icicle. Like, I know that there were two shades that were not as good as others. They were still really good, but not as good, you know? And yeah, I just love purples, especially these purples. So I'm just gonna put it over here, and I'm gonna use it all over the lower lash line. And I think I'm gonna blend the outer part of the lower lash line with the brown shade from the undergrowth palette. I just got the Underglow nail polish collection from Hello Taco, and I confuse these two names so much. It's just, you know. Everything has to be under these days. There was also the Underland by Ansley Rain. Like, how am I supposed to remember these things? By the way, I'm planning to film my project ban, actually project ban pics for the next year in like 3 or 4 days. So in case you're interested, I think it's gonna come out on Tuesday next week. And yeah, I'm gonna finally pick the shades because I kind of created like or like I filmed a video kind of just like sharing what could be the options or what are the options at this point, but I've been kind of like thinking about it. And also there's also an option for you to decide for me. If you go to my community page, I will link that down below, but there's like a poll and you can vote which palette you would like me to focus on next year. So yeah, but I will close it. I will close the poll on Tuesday and film the video and release it in the same day. Anyway, for the Delights palette, this one is kind of dirty because I use it a lot. Well, I haven't used it for a while now because I've just been kind of swamped, but I think I've used it 2 or 3 times in the summer and I think once in autumn. And it picked the first shade called Whipped Cream. It's a beautiful, beautiful white. And we're gonna use that in the inner corner. I've actually used this white a lot. I was kind of not really, I mean, you can see how extremely white this is. I even remember, I think Angie once said that this is one of her favorite matte whites. If I remember that correctly. It could have been different palette, but I also feel like it was this one. And I'm gonna put a little bit over here because I kind of want to have a blend. And yeah, I just want to do that. So I love how extremely pigmented this white is. It's just insane. I don't know how they did that, honestly. What kind of breed of unicorn they had to kill for this, but it is amazing. And I'm using the Cinch Beauty EO1, by the way. It's perfect for picking up both shimmer inner corner shades and the matte inner corner shades as well. Like, it's actually really good. I was kind of, when I first got this brush a while ago, like quite a while ago, when I first bought it, because I have two now, I was really surprised and kind of worried of how big it is. It's a lot bigger than a similar brush or like similar shaped brush that I had before, and it's actually amazing. So I'm gonna finish off the look and I'll see you once it's all done. But I think it's really nice. Like, I've never done a look like this, but it's cool. It's like really different, and that's what I love about palette bingos and all these kinds of like challenges and stuff. You can kind of push yourself a little bit. Okay, so here is my finished look. To finish up this look, I decided to kind of cheat a little bit and use my Christmas Eve palette from Odenside. This one is my Project 10 palette, and I used the shade Night Sky to create a wing because I didn't want to use a black liner. Just felt like that wouldn't really work. Well, it would work, but I felt like deep blue would be better, and this deep kind of almost like inky grayish green blue, I feel like it just really ties this whole look together. I don't think I've ever created anything similar, and I love this look. And it is actually really wintry, by the way. It's so different, it's so unusual for me, and I do a lot of really crazy things with my makeup, but like I've never done a similar color story and a similar look. And I love how vibrant my eyes are like the irises. Is it called iris? I'm not completely sure. The color part. And then I also have, so as a blush, I have my chiffon shade that I use all the time from Colourpop. It's the Super Shock blush. And then as a highlighter, I have the Wonderful. Is it Wonderful? Yes, Wonderful. From the Christmas Eve palette. I've already made a pan in this. I recently repressed it and it looks like there's gonna be a new pan very soon. And then I have my Colourpop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Brands. It's a beautiful blue waterline pencil. I have the Superstay Concealer by Maybelline and the False Lashes Mascara by Essence. And I think this is my last time using her because it is pretty dry at this point. And I've had it for at least 2 months. I've used it like 55 times or something. I don't think I've ever had mascara for longer than that. This one lasted so long, and it's actually like really good mascara. It lasts all day and it doesn't crease or crumble, and it actually survives even like wet weather. So yeah, like it's actually a really good mascara. I feel like with every single use I've kind of learned to appreciate it more, and that doesn't happen a lot. Usually I like it most at the beginning. So yeah, but this is the look. I'm sorry that my hair is kind of like, I never wear ponytails, but my hair kind of annoyed me today, so I decided to put it in a ponytail. I know my head looks like an egg, but that's just what I have to deal with. But yeah, the look is so pretty. I love the yellow, sorry, I love the white inner corner. I don't know. I usually don't do matte inner corners, but sometimes, like, there's time and place for this, and today it was the time. Maybe I could do like a pink lip to, you know, just kind of make it more cohesive. And I think I've had something pink over here. Maybe this one. Maybe this one. It's like nope. That's too vibrant. Something different. I have a lot of these lip glosses from Uden's Eye. From the Legendary Diversa collection. How does the creativity look like? No, this one is just kind of like an topper endurance. Maybe? No, I feel like that's almost the same as it was before. Where's the Judy collection? Because she definitely had some pink ones. I feel like that would work. So, Buttercup. Yeah. And just like kind of jelly, not too pigmented pink. So it's kind of like transparent lip gloss with a hint of pink. And actually this one I think is the lip oil, because I think they had like matte lipsticks or like lip, kind of like like that cloudy texture. And then I think they had like just regular lip glosses and one lip oil in each collection, if I remember that correctly. This is kind of more like a lip oil, but I feel like that looks a lot better. And yeah, here's like a bit more of a close-up. Let me know what you think about this look, and let me know if you have any of the Cosmic Beauty palettes, not just the ones that I have, but obviously they have other as well. They have others in their collection, but definitely let me know which ones you have or which one do you like the most. I think for me the top two are the Winter Wonderland and the Delicious Delights. I feel like I can do the most with them, and I love the shadows the most. Like I think they're the best quality. I love the other palettes as well, but I think these are my top two. The third one will definitely be the Undergrowth, but I don't know which one of the top two is better. Like I have a lot more options with the Delicious Delight, and I do like the shimmer texture a lot more. But then there's something so wonderful about the Winter Wonderland. Like it's purely like vibes and stuff. Like it's just whatever I feel like more in a particular moment. And right now, I think I'm leaning towards the Winter Wonderland, but that's just because I really enjoy blues this time of the year, and that's it. Like, if you would ask me in April, it would definitely be the Delicious Delights. So, and I can definitely use it for a lot more looks. But anyways, this is the final look. Let me know if you like these and these palette bingos, and I hope you've had a great day, and I'll be super happy to see you in another video tomorrow. So, bye!